Can we draw into our 4th land? Can we live the dream? Are we the chosen ones? I would love to just drop a Tovolar. Drop a Tovolar. No Blizzard Brawl, because I don't think he's running Snow, which is good. And 4 toughness is kind of hard to get rid of. No blocks, buddy. I ain't dumb. Let me bring in the Shieldred. Please. Please let me bring in Shieldred. What is up, everybody? It is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty time, and I am so hyped, okay? So we already have a day 1 list for you, Satoru Umezawa. Now, we're not going to get too much in the nitty-gritty, but I'm going to attempt this up. I will point out there are a few things that I normally do in my other videos, like picking better sleeves, make sure my lands all match and things like that, that we did kind of rush as far as like some of the more like small technical things. There's nothing mechanically wrong. However, in the first game, I believe we're not using snow swamps. That has been fixed for like, I think game 2 and on or game 3 and on. When we noticed it, when it became like relevant, we were like, oh no, blood on the snow. But I'm super excited into this, and let's, I hope you guys liked that clip at the beginning, and let's go to the deck tech. All right, listen up. I'm about to teach you the ninja way, or as that orange ninja would say, the nindo. In this case, we're playing Satoru Umezawa with the idea that we're playing a bunch of really cheap things that are hard to block, a bunch of big things that are really scary when they enter the battlefield. It's a pretty basic deck. We are running a pretty good amount of like the really cheap flying or unblockable things with a little bit of utility added in, like for instance, and some other ninjutsu things we picked up from the new set. That we think that can actually have value if we get them in the mid game. In addition, being able to Thousand Face Shadow early, ninjutsu it out, and then ninjutsu it back in can be really interesting. Of course, we have some control things in the sense of like Thoughtseize, Wash Away, things that can kind of generate really value. We also get to see a few counterspells kind of come in with the fact like Tail's End, Memory Lapse. We want things like that with counterspell, Agnes, or more Thoughtseize to control the board a little bit while we get to that turn 5 or turn 6. We aren't running a ton of ramp in that regard then. We still do have a couple pieces, things like Midnight Clock, Arcane Signet, Ornithopter, Cold Steel, Ornithopter is working double duty. It's a mana rock that can also be unblockable quite easily for our ninjutsu triggers, which is honestly really fun. We, of course, are running some decent rogue synergy as well, since a lot of the rogues are what's unblockable, and things like changing out cast count as both a ninja and a rogue. We're going to get some stuff like Zara-san, who can basically ninjutsu only with rogues, but can still be really cool, and can also, for the same cost with Satoru out, just ninjutsu. So our ideal curve looks something like this. Turn 1, play one of our 1-drop unblockables. We're going to cast Changing Outcast, maybe we play the Mistcloak Herald, or even Slitherblade. Cool. Turn 2, we're countering or agonizing or remorsing or some kind of control element, something our opponent's going to do, and that way we can kind of just set them back. Turn 3, we're playing Satoru, swinging for 1, so we've got 2 points of damage in right now, and then turn 4, we are going to ninjutsu out, or even turn 2, we're playing another creature, so we can make sure to get there. We are going to ninjutsu out something like, something pretty big, like Shieldred's the one I really want to hit a lot. Maybe Razaketh, or even Jingataxis, just like ninjutsu it out, a 10-drop on turn 4, draw 7 cards, and just drown our opponent value, because then they have to remove Jingataxis at that point, and if they don't, they lose their entire hand on turn 4 if we go first. Ulumog is not as scary if you don't cast him, but he's still a 10/10 indestructible that has an attack trigger the turn after you ninjutsu him in, and that is also really scary on turn 4. In addition to that, we picked a couple more interesting things. Razaketh can allow us to basically ninjutsu him in and then start tutoring for things if we need to, if our opponent has removal or a board wipe. Tograr is a very interesting combo piece because in this case, we don't actually want to sack creatures to cast him. We're trying to ninjutsu him out. And the idea here is we're swinging with a 1/2. We've ninjutsu him out. Say they're at full health. They will then lose half their health and go down to 12 life, and then take 7 going down to 5. This is a turn 4, drop them 20 health, basically. And it's really, really good. I haven't got a chance to get it out any of my the few test games I played to make sure the deck had any kind of legs before I started filming today. But I'm super excited. Like that in theory is really cool. Another thing that's really interesting is Tetsamok Primal Death, one of my favorite cards in limited of that area. And this is because his ability is not a sorcery. It is activate only during your turn. So say you have 6 mana up. and you have the ability to ninjutsu that turn, you can first pay 2 black mana to reveal him to your opponents twice, to put prey counter or something, and then ninjutsu him in, destroying 2 permanents at essentially instant speed. That is also like, they then get to only react to this. They can't like counter him or anything. And so basically you can really catch your opponents by surprise and do a lot of work in the mid to late game. He's not necessarily something you want to hold, or even if you know you're going to ninjutsu him on turn 4, if you get the opportunity to, your opponent's playing some kind of aggro deck, not a lot of removal, you could even turn 2 or so start showing him to your opponents so they get an idea. One of the other things we have here that's kind of like our insta-win combos is a Tempsis. This card is a little tough for us to get off because we only have, basically we have to have a land or our Zerasan in hand. But we do have a decent amount of like of 6 and higher drops. But the main goal here is that this is a theoretical sneaky way to just win the game. You can ninjutsu a Tempsis in, he will then do damage to an opponent, and then you can reveal your hand and get your win off of having the 6 different mana values. We could definitely design the deck in a way that makes it a little bit more Tempsis friendly by upping some of our 2 and 3 drops to like even out a curve from 1 to 4. But I don't necessarily know if we have to go that hard into it. It's not like we're going to be trying to do this turn 4 every game, and we can have a little bit of like a lead up to it. In addition, we have a bunch of small stuff that's unblockable. We don't always get these cards in our hands. We need ways to find them. So of course we're putting in creatures like Grazilax, who lets us to draw a card when we do combat damage. We're putting in one of the newer ninjas. Where did it go? Is he a 2-drop? I thought he was multicolor. Sorry, I want to... Here's a better way to do this. He's not new. Okay, here we go. Sorry, the Ingenious Infiltrator, which can also let us ninjas do damage, draw a card. We don't have a ton of ninjas that are unblockable at the moment, but we have some with flying, and this will get us some kind of card value, plus he's a ninjutsu for 2, which means you can Slither Blade out for an Ingenious Infiltrator and draw a card early trying to find your stuff. For more of the actual new stuff we put in, I'm very excited right now. So for Master, giving us ninjutsu abilities cost 1 less can let us do some really fun things with Satoru, as in like a double ninjutsu for double ETBs by dropping it to 6. Makes it a lot more likely that we're able to do that. The fact that you can also give ninjas and rogues anthem effects is really cool. Kaito Shizuki also fits around pretty well by giving things unblockable, especially considering he makes unblockable creatures. And then also the fact that he can then give us a way to cycle and filter through our land going on turn 3 is not bad. And of course, one of the cards that I've been most excited to get to mess with is going to be Network Disruptor, because not only is it have a 1/1 for flying for 1, you can also tap down an opponent's land before you go for your ninjutsu attempts in the later turns to attempt to get rid of any kind of removal options they might have. The fact that it's just any permanent allows for a lot of flexibility, especially at common slot, and the fact that he fits your ability to get him early and late is always really good. Thousand Face Shadow being able to clone things can be really good. Most of our high-end stuff is legendary. Not intentionally, like I'm sure there's some better stuff we could have been using, but for right now, this is just what felt the most flavorful for me. But in this case, he's really good at putting in other attacking creatures. But right now, he's predominantly going to be a 1/1 flying ninja, which gets a lot of value, that can get value if you ninjutsu him later. And the card that I'm most excited for is March of the Swirling Mist. Because you have a bunch of cards in hand, you can start exiling to like keep your stuff phased out during board wipes, and this can really mess your opponent up. If, for instance, they go for a board wipe on turn 4, or 5 or something, and you've got this up, you can then cast this to protect your Satoru and another attacker to be able to get your ninjutsu out, or as a way to cheaply save your big creatures you ninjutsu'd out early from removal. And of course, if you're playing any kind of ninja or samurai deck in black, and you're not playing You Are Already Dead, Are You Even Omaiwama Shindoru? Like, come on. This card is amazing. I'm already in love with it. I think I'm already going to pick up the card style for it. But yeah, guys, this is Satoru Umezawa. Expect this to be up day 1. I'm going to basically finish this and go to editing it. But let's get into the games. I'm super excited to get our 5 games filmed. Yeah, let's do this. All right, we are in game number 1 with our boy Satoru here. And we are 100% going to keep this hand. We're not like in the best slot, but like we have a pretty good 1 to 3 turn. And we can get some card draw off with this to get something big for Satoru if we don't draw it yet. Can't emote. We did have to relaunch back into the game, so I'll kind of see what we're doing. But let's go ahead and start with a Slither Blade. We can get a couple damage points in. It was kind of an iffy hand to keep. We'll kind of see if anything punished. We're playing against a life gain deck. Let's start with the Temple, actually. We want to get that scry down is probably more important. Keeping a second creature here I really like. And then in this case, we're going to go for the Grazlax instead of the Satoru on turn 3. And that's because we want to get the card draw going, since we don't really have anything we're going to ninjutsu in on turn 4. And we also know they're going to have quite a bit of removal, theoretically. So we need to kind of be aware of that, just based on the fact that this is who we're playing into. And so right now we're just trying to like get that card draw going. Thinking we could potentially, we'll see what he plays here on the turn 4. I kind of like the idea of the reconnaissance mission, just like really turbo draw. Because we might have to play this one a little more normal, just based on the fact that like, I don't know if Satoru is gonna like survive. I don't know if I think that's worth Hero's downfalling. We probably want to save this for the Firesong and Sunspeaker. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and draw. Get that sweet 2 draw here. I don't hate the idea of getting around it with like a Grazlax there, but if he plays land Firesong, we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of Firesong, I feel. With the downfall. We'll midnight clock in a downfall, I feel. Could look the board wipe here too, though. Which is why we held the River Sneak in hand. Okay. We're pretty happy with him taking that move. He's trying to draw into a 6 land, it looks like. He does get it. So let's see how we want to do this. We want to, for sure, clock. I'll just start here. We got 2 things. We want to continue to draw up. He might have another AoE board wipe, but I don't think he does. And we still have next turn the Seagate Restoration to really bring back our hand. That's a little bit of a tough one. So let's see here. We can downfall. Almost Skydiver. He has no artifacts to kick like I'd like, but that's okay. Holding that in hand may have been the better call. Holding that hand was the better call. That's okay. We will go ahead and start. Go ahead and ninjutsu. That's a really cool effect, actually. We'll cast a Satoru. We're gonna take the Lithiform engine next turn, I feel. Is like kind of what I'm aiming for right now. He has 1 turn with it, but it's still pretty tough. Could have another board wipe, but we still have the Sky Dancer, and like this is kind of just really good on its own. Okay, there are ninjas. So he's gonna ECD Reconnaissance Mission, maybe? Both miss Syndicate Ninjas? Okay, Satoru's 1. I don't really think that's a good call with my current like mana sources, but I'm fine with that. Let's get on my card draw. Okay. So let's start by just like flooding the board. And then we will kick this for 4. To steal the Lithiform engine. And we'll just hold here. Because this is a pretty dumb board. He will get to get back his Solomon the Chandra next turn, which is like a problem. But we just gotta deal with that when we deal with it. He still has to make it through this turn. which is lethal right now. I'm currently presenting lethal exactly. Four, 7, so 4, 7. Okay. So I can ninjutsu this in and ninja back in one of the Mist Syndicate ninjas potentially to keep this one alive. Or to get the Thieving Skydancer back in hand. I net gain 2 if I ninjutsu this in. And I can activate the triggered ability again. So, okay. I still have lethal if he doesn't have a full board wipe. And we're kind of getting to see... Okay. Makes a blocker. Did gain life, though. So we know he could potentially look for the board wipe here. Sneak Attack, this is interesting. Interesting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could shock this, get a Jingataxis trigger. I don't hate this, actually. No. We're going to do the regular way. We're going to make him get his stuff back. That's a problem. It's not like the biggest problem, but it is definitely still a problem. Because he will have a pretty big board state at the end there. Okay, we're going to do this. Trigger. Oh, I should have cloned that. That's fine. And then we'll just him back out. Control. Okay. I'm going to copy the card draw. Okay. Oh, we can just Jingataxis next turn once he's already cast the Chandra. Because he's going to have to board wipe here. I'll have a lot of mana, but he doesn't have a lot to do with it, which is at least pretty good. And he might have trouble getting rid of the Jingataxis. Hopefully. Fair, I don't doubt you, Chandra. I did not realize Jingataxis has flash. That is real good. Okay. No, McClock. Oh well. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just start here. Instant speed, flash. Okay. You're just gonna deal with this Chandra. It'll go to 6. Potentially. Oh. So I get an aura and an equipment card here. We'll wait for the aura to get attached, and we'll go ahead and Infernal Grasp his Firesong so we can get rid of it. This is actually a really tense game. He's had a lot of removal. Did he fail to find? Oh, that's a shame scoop if I ever saw one. Ooh. Put in X-Guard Armory. Don't actually have anything to grab with it. Oof. I mean, I guess we have a fist of cards, and like we were going to try to... we had enough to get out Satoru, and then hit Chandra with Jingataxis, and then draw 7. So we were in a really good spot. He just didn't, like, he just look at the mana discrepancies here. We could have also just, you know, tried to find something to get rid of Chandra. But that is game number 1 with Satoru. We saw the just ninja plan take off, which is really exciting. Game number 2, here against our Sliver Overlords. Yeah, I've got a board wipe and a Thief of Sanity, so I'm kind of okay with this. It's an iffy hand, but we definitely need the board wipe for the First Sliver tech decks. So we're going to keep it, because we don't have like a ton of other ways, and Discover the Impossible could give us something to go on here. Gotta make sure to hit them with that hello. Shoulder's not bad if we could potentially get something going here. IOK probably is going to take the Discover the Impossible, because it's the only thing you can take, I think. Nope, takes the Thief of Sanity. Okay. Pretty good IOK. So we know he's got blue in hand then. We're going to go ahead and try to hold this if we can for as long as possible. Okay. We'll do this because we get a shouldered out if he doesn't remove it. Like if I'm not crazy, we'll be able to like go with him, or we'll have to be able to kill the Spiteful Sliver. So it kind of just depends what he plays here. It could be pretty good for us to be able to trade slivers or get a Satoru through. That's unfortunate. Super duper unfortunate. Could look to just trade here. Yeah, we'll just see much trade. Gotta debuff it a little bit. And this way he can't like cast the First Sliver, have it open as a blocker, and swing for 8. We need to like slow him down a little bit at least. Okay, so we basically have to do this now to look for a counter. So we may cast exile card makes mana cost, but it's an instant spell of mana 2 or less. We don't have that. So let's grab a blocker maybe. Yeah. So at this point, we could just Ginger Brute as a blocker. No, we'll still do Zerasan, I think. I don't have Snowlands. We need to swap out our mana base. Uh-oh. This will be something that's fixed after this game. I didn't think about that. I totally forgot. I just gotta stop us from taking damage here. But theoretically, we'd be able to bring back our Zerasan. It's like a whole deal. I don't know if that was fully worth it, but we'll have to see. Yep, have at it. It's super unfortunate because, like, yeah, that would be five snow covers. That would get me a Zerasan back to start trying to get back into the game. Does he have another land? He does. Darn. Doesn't hit. Okay, that's actually pretty big for us. He doesn't hit a creature, which means that now we can Shelly. And he'll sack his First Sliver. We're back in it. We ain't out. It's happening. Okay, is he casting his Commander again? That's super funny, actually. That's super funny. Did he get a creature this time? Doesn't get a haste creature. Wow, we managed to take it by just like playing a board wipe and then casting Shouldered when he didn't hit a creature. He spun the wheel and he didn't win. All right, game number 3. We have made the changes that we had messed up on, aka no Snowlands. And we also changed our sleeve because like I forgot to put the new sleeve on. I wanted to use this one instead because I'm going to do another with the other guy. We have double black for this, and we have a Moon Circuit Hacker potentially for like getting into an Ulmog, so that's like definitely something. I think we go this route, maybe. Start the one that's for sure tapped. Can't get around that. Oh, they have the Dracula lands. Really thinking about using some resources I've got saved up. I have Tyrant. Let's play the hack. No. No. Actually, I lied. I think we memory lapse here. If he tries to play the Kaalia. Doesn't. Okay. The memory lapse, whatever the hell he dreamed of hours, then probably. Oh. No, that's 100% the call. I'd love to get an untapped land. Untapped black source for this Phyrexian Arena. But that's okay. This is pretty good. Because now we can theoretically just make him waste his turn. He still has no red source. Nice. Might be light on removal. Wondering if it's worth playing Satoru if we don't get a fourth land. I think it's fine. That's pretty neat, actually. But we'll go ahead and Phyrexian Arena here. We need to potentially get removal and just keep drawing mana. He had nothing in the yard, or I would have definitely tried to Zerasan to get like anything. Unfortunately, we didn't have this like a turn earlier. Interesting use of mana. Still has 4 mana, so this could be 6 mana, Angel, Demon, or Dragon. We don't fully know what route he's going yet. Could just trying to hide stuff from his hand. Wow. Okay. Pulling everything out of his hand. Honestly, kind of a sick combo. So he'll draw, discard. So this could be really big for us, actually. Oh, he decided not to. Okay. So I'm going to attack. Let's Zerasan. Wait, what? Oh, did I not do it at the right time? Oops. So I messed up my timing for that one, which could actually cost us really bad here. I mean, I guess he would have drawn in Safara, which I don't want. But mana. I want to hardcast this Ulamog. He still has only 2 sources of red. I'm super intrigued where this is going. I think I have to block. Do I? No? If he's gonna board wipe, I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I was like, this would happen up to a board wipe. Because he can't do that anymore. So he loses like a lot, honestly. And we're still drawing quite a bit. He does get to cast 2 spells for the Celestis triggers, but now he can't flip it as easily. We'll attempt to get Satoru out there for like a Razaketh or something. He might have removal for it, but either way, we can still get the Moon Circuit Hacker to keep drawing. Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, that's a mistake, right? Like, that's a mistake if I ever saw one. Okay, so we're going to save this to hardcast. And we'll bring in Razaketh. Put him in our hand. Put him back out on the field. So we can then potentially sack him to tutor for something. We need 3 more mana. What could we tutor for if he wipes the board? A Shieldred might not be bad. Tetsamok. Creates treasure tokens, okay. River's Rebuke is pretty handy. Huh. We should have for 17 here, right? No? No. Why don't you start here? Put him back at the Stone Ages real quick. Okay. That felt pretty good. Getting a ninjutsu out some stuff. Game number 4. Here we go. We've made the changes. We have Satoru versus Nahiri. I like it. Do we want to get our Surf Blade turn 1? I think we do. Or do we Tetsamok threaten? It's a tough one. I think we're cool getting this out, getting a little damage going. He's probably playing in a creature-based deck, so we want to be able to have like our stuff out pretty quick. Trample, ooh. We'll tuck that for now. This is an interesting way to get rid of a creature. Ooh. Has Vigilance and Lifelink. Okay. So we're gonna actually get some blocked. We'll ninjutsu in the Dokuchi Silencer. Get rid of that. Recast the Slither Blade. Be able to hold up Tail's End turn 4. Oh my god, dude. You're killing me. Absolutely killing me. Okay, well, we're gonna Tetsamok. He has some really good equipment coming out on curve. It's kind of a problem. Okay, no 4th mana is good. So we're going to risk playing the Umezawa here. We could get blown out by Nahiri being able to do stuff. I would not be happy about it. But we can at least get Tetsamok and get rid of the Germ. Gotta take 7. Not a fan. So we will... Yeah. Go all out. So we'll get the most damage in. Okay. We will ninjutsu the Silencer back. Let's grab a land. We ninja'd in Tetsamok. One of the whole purposes of the deck has been accomplished. We are still in a world of trouble should that Nahiri come down, but we'll figure it out when we figure it out. Oh my god, wait. Is this happening? Okay. I think we're good. We've got a Tail's End and a counterspell. It doesn't matter how many good equipment he has, if we can just keep it from, like, doing anything. Our opponent got a little mana screwed, but we still got a really cool Tetsamok combo out, and I'm okay to show that off. All right, ninjas versus werewolves. I am on board for this for a game 5. don't hate this hand. I'm not the biggest fan either. I think we start with the Herald. Just to be able to start getting in there. We want to keep our Dokuchi Silencer to probably get rid of the Tovolar, if I had to guess. We're gonna attempt to hit the curve, everybody. We're gonna go for it. We've got the Storm Timber potentially to protect. Pact Leader is rough. Can we draw into our 4th land? Can we live the dream? Are we the chosen ones? I would love to just drop a Tovolar. Drop a Tovolar. No Blizzard Brawl, because I don't think he's running Snow, which is good. And 4 toughness is kind of hard to get rid of. No blocks, buddy. I ain't dumb. Let me bring in the Shieldred. Please. Please let me bring in Shieldred. Okay. So we will start here. We will bring back the Herald. We'll grab a land. We'll discard Pilferer to destroy Tovolar. Okay. Now we hold Ginger Brute with a land, so we have 5 mana to get Shelly out. Llanowar Elves, okay. Oh, come on. Oh, mama. Rip. Heated debate. Why? Okay. That's fair. I'll just start here. Ideally we can keep Satoru from dying again. If not, I think we're gonna have to go on the hard cast Shelly route. I really loved the Monkey's Paw that was that Portacarful activation though. It was a rough one. Has 6 mana though. So there's a chance I don't get anything that's like unblocked per se. Never mind. Okay. So we could Tetsamok this, would be really funny. Or Shelly it. Let's cancel. That's Shelly. We had Shelly in hand first. It's only fair. Okay. Let's drop the Herald. Just straight up can't be blocked. So he'll lose a creature. Probably the Llanowar Elf, maybe? We'll get back our Pilferer, or whatever we block with here. Oh, baby. I really like his ability to, like, draw it, too, though. We just take damage here, right? I'm pretty sure. No, there's a burn down the house, potentially. Let's do this, yeah. Because if it dies, we'll just bring it back with Shelly. Ooh. Guys, for like 7. Oh. Oops. That's a problem. So we can 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, we get the win. I don't actually know if we had that, but I'll take it. I'll always take it. If I left him in there, we can basically Tetsamot kill one of them. with the thing. So I just misplayed that, but still good. All right, so we are now, we finished our games. I'm really excited to kind of show, for those of you who've never seen this before or who are new to the channel, this is the litmus test. And essentially what that is it's our way of our 5-game series to determine how bright this deck's future is. And with that, of course, we can just go ahead and drum roll it up. We got all 5 games. So this deck is resplendent. Like, it is so good. I think there's a lot I could still do to improve the deck, having played with some more of the cards, maybe leaning a little bit more into the other ninjas, as I felt like you didn't necessarily have to have Satoru in to get a ton of value out of ninjutsuing stuff out. So I might look into more like kind of tooling with that a little bit. I think the mana base could use a little bit of work. I think Porta Carfel is like kind of greedy and might just need to be another basic. There's just some more things like that I would love to tool with kind of as we're playing more into Kamigawa. So expecting to probably play this more on stream and things like that. But anyways, if you guys like the deck, you can find a link to the deck list down below. I would appreciate giving me a like and subscribe. It kind of shows what I'm doing with the channel is correct and something you'd be interested in the future. And then also you can catch me streaming most days on Wednesday and Friday afternoons for about 2 to 3 hours, various games. I do build a bunch of decks that we do for our deck dashes with my viewers on stream. So if you have anything you want to see done with Kamigawa, hit me up on stream. I'm always a lot more listening for that. Or if you have something you really want to see, put a comment down below with the commander you want me to do next. Right now, I'm going to kind of play based on how I do my limited this weekend, but it's looking like it might be Ishin, just to kind of try it out, or one of the other Samurai commanders, just to kind of have something to go for it. But thanks for watching, guys. I always really appreciate it. Your support means the absolute world to me. I hope you like this deck. I hope you like the channel. And as always, guys, I hope you be radiant.